as you can tell. Hi guys, hello, welcome to a early stream of General Chat and Queen Movie. Yeah, you're thinking Queen Movie. Is it talking about the Queen Movie tonight? Yeah. Well, actually, if you all have heard now, yeah. Later we will talk about this. Yeah, I have got news to tell you guys. A lot of news to tell you this week, and it's just been very, very good. This stream was supposed to be planned yesterday. Unfortunately, I was busy in the studio and I was working on tracks and I was busy. So I'm sorry guys we didn't do live stream, but today for you guys, if you have been bored all day and do nothing all, watch the stream tonight, because tonight we're going to be here longer. We're going to have no problems this week. We're going to have none of me disappearing, none of the dog disappearing, and I am going to do the stream properly tonight as well. So welcome to the stream this afternoon. I've got some updates to tell you guys. I've got some new things to tell you guys. I've got some exciting things to tell you guys, which I am happy about. And I have had a great week again. This week's been phenomenally, really exciting. Now, let's talk about the things we do first. Myself, how things are going with the business side of things. Business is going really well. We have got another auditionee coming in this week. I tell you what, if you thought, right, Jodie had been hot top for this release, got some news to say about this release, by the way, guys. Some very important news about that, actually. But anyway, that's not what I want to mention. Well, I can't really show you that. I can't show you this, but kind of anyway. So the chat room's working tonight. Get questions in, guys. Any questions you want? Anything you want to talk about tonight, music wise, would be good indeed. New music, new stuff as well going on. I've been working again in the studio all week. New tracks coming out. Jodie's been really ill. She's been very well at all for the past couple of weeks. Dead Inside is unfortunately going to be delayed a lot now. We're delaying this for 3 weeks now to see this release. So I got to quickly say, guys, I know you guys will keep pestering me and asking, when is it coming out? When is it coming out? When is it coming out? It's coming out 3 weeks' time, guys, I promise. That's not the exciting news I want to tell you. This week, we have another, as you all know from last week, Bethany came for audition last week and didn't want to be part of the scene, and I totally understand. She's no longer with us now. But we have found somebody else this week that has caught my attention. I met this girl last Thursday at Riley's. I always go to Riley's and check out the guys and the girls and the singers of the world. I talked to a girl called Jade Ann Hughes, and I tell you what, I have heard her audition on YouTube, and it was phenomenal. I mean, the voice was incredible. This girl is fabulous. I'm really saying Bethany was good. This one is excellent. She was supposed to be coming today for an audition. Fortunately, things were a little bit difficult today. So I didn't say to her, you know, are you coming? Are you not? I didn't say that. I just said, how are you doing? Hope you had a good night. And I just sent her a nice message. I haven't heard from her all day, but as I understand, she went out. She's been busy today, so I totally understand. But she will come for an audition hopefully tomorrow or Monday. We want to get Monday out of the way if possible. She is no longer doing university, which is good. She's free commitments now, and she always wanted to get into the music industry. She always wanted to be a star, be on a label. Nobody would do that, and I obviously explained to her I've got a company called ST Entertainment. It's not a management company. We're not that. We are a promotions company, and we promote your music, and you can do what you want with it. And she was really for it. And she said, I would like you to come for audition. She's heard some of the songs that we did for Jodie's album, and also some songs that we were pre-doing for her album as well. And after we talked a lot, I mean, we talked loads. She basically just came on board, and she was for it, absolutely for it. I was really excited that this girl is going to be great. So I hopefully when the audition goes through, we'll try and get her sorted out with the date to come up as well. So yeah, and just a lot of things going on. I mean, really, seriously, it's been this. I mean, this week's just been really good indeed. The dog's pissing me off, Devon. Should we be quiet? Devon, shut up. You know where it is? It's the dog outside, isn't it? The windows are open. That's why you can hear it, can't you? Yes, you can. Anyway, so as I was saying before, I told you guys I promised that she'd be quiet this week. She isn't quiet. Never mind. Anyway, so we got talking, and we talked 15 minutes, and she's for it. She is for it, and I have penned an album for her, and I've been writing a load of stuff. We're writing the music sort of like in Talisman, Jessica Soto. This not the same sort of qualities we did with Jodie's album, but this one we're going to do is, wow, just been writing this week has been unbelievable, and we've penned about 14 songs, and there's one song in there which is unbelievably fantastic called A Secret Voice, and I've written that. Yes, I wrote that yesterday, and I've tracked it, and it sounds great. I sent her the lyrics yesterday, and she loves the lyrics. She doesn't know the track yet, but we need her to hear the track. It sounds absolutely fantastic. So she is. I think that I really want this girl to come on board. I really do want her, because she is phenomenal. She's got a great voice. Jodie told me about it. She said she was fabulous. Listening to the audition yesterday, I am really going to get her signed to the label, and I'm predicting a lot of things for this to go forward. And at the moment, ST Entertainment has just been phenomenal success. We've had a lot of people involved. We had a lot of people coming back. We had a couple of more MP3s being sent. There was actually a few that I did like, actually. But after, I think if you were watching the stream last week, we talked about like contracts and all that shit going on. Some people wanted me to kind of do something else, and I didn't want to do it. But I submitted three were submitted, and I really liked them. Actually, they were pretty good. Tried to get in touch with them, and unfortunately, I tried to get in touch with them about 5 times, and I didn't get anywhere with it. So that was pretty naff. But I am also going to be doing talent search as well, which I'm hopefully going to try and get sorted out with the town centre. There's going to be an ST Entertainment talent, not a sort of like audition-y shitty thing. Not like what they do there. No, I'm not doing that. We're going to do something really exciting, actually, which I'm going to talk to Steve about actually in the next couple of days, and I think that because I may be going back to the tavern for one night, and we might be trying something out with some of these guys, and we are really excited to have 2 people on board, which at this very minute I'm excited. I'm really excited for stuff going on. It's just so fabulous. It is fabulous. It's just everything just couldn't be so nice in this world, and it's just so great to do stuff for people, and it's so brilliant. So I am producing 2 albums. Sorry, there's 3 albums now being committed to do. Jade's album, which I am going to speak to her about that later, and then Jodie's album, which was supposed to be the first release. This was supposed to be the first release coming out. Unfortunately, we are delaying that for quite a bit longer, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. But we really need to get something out, because you guys want to hear stuff that I've written, and then we can let when we get out to the public and get videos produced and do all the business as well. And I mean, it's absolutely fine with me, because what I can do is I can do all the music, and I can produce some fucking good tracks and all of a sudden I've written 45 tracks within like a phenomenal amount of work that's been going through my brain this week. It's been a tough challenge, but it's been also a great challenge as well. That dog's just on my wall. So basically, I am happy with everything. Everything is just so brilliant. So I'm really happy to be doing this for a living. And I've also had loads of people get in touch with me about loads of people get in touch with me about stuff. People just get in touch with me saying they were happy with the tracks and everything, and it's been just phenomenal. It's been phenomenal. So yeah, so look out for some exciting stuff coming up, which is so good. It's going to be so cool. Yeah. So tonight, well, this afternoon, we're going to do some. We're going to talk about the Queen movie this afternoon, and also, I just want to, before we go any further with this stuff, and we also have a website produced as well for ST Entertainment Limited. And Wix was pretty good for the price as well. It was only £8 for a domain name for one-off payment, which was £8. Bloody good. So that's something I'm looking into as well. So that's cool. The website's launched in about 3 weeks' time. Same when we release 2 albums anyway. And all these releases that we're doing, like Dead Inside and all these other ones, they are going to be officially released onto the page. You can just buy them off. You can just buy it, and we'll ship it out in one day. And it will cost like 50p to send it anyway, so it's alright. And because we're not spending like loads of money on jewel cases and stuff, because jewel cases are expensive these days now. And it's just like, now, why do you want to release some jewel cases for? Do it the cheap way. Do it not less costly. I have to sort all the admin out next week as well, because I do admin as well for this business, and you can't like just say, well, you've done this and this and this. It's kind of like, no, you've got to produce something. You've got to make sure you've got your margins all right, you've got your other things going on, and that's it really as it is. Seb Likes Music says hi, hello, how are you doing? How are you doing tonight? Yes, it's general chat tonight, and Queen as well tonight. We're going to talk a lot about Queen, the movie tonight, which has been in production for over a year. There has been, oh god, a lot of uproar about it, but we will discuss that later. We're not going to just go blah blah blah, as it is. So yeah, anything we want to talk about tonight, music wise, will be great. Any music you like rock music, classic rock music, AOR music, 80s music. That's the sort of feel that I like actually going into music like that, because you write something absolutely amazing and it's absolutely phenomenal. It's just so good. If you write something like in an 80s feel, an AOR, and a classic rock feel, and the thingy feel of it, then basically you're writing something that's challenging, especially with Dead Inside, which is coming out in 3 weeks' time. Which this album is going to be, what I have to say, if anyone's watching this now, get this album soon. This girl is fucking incredible. Release 3 weeks' time. You can buy that on Discogs, and you can buy it also on the website at stentertainment.org, which is getting launched in 3 weeks' time. And I can't wait to do it. So it's cool. He says, I'm doing well, thanks. What about you? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing very well. I'm happy actually this week. I'm very happy. Got an audition coming in this week, which is going to be good. But I do want to get this girl signed up. Yeah, Jade is just phenomenal. I've heard so many good things about her. Jodie was the first person who approached me with it, and she said, this girl is fucking awesome. You've got to get her signed. And today, I spoke to Jodie today, and I said, that Jade that we think I'm going to sign her up. And I think she would be amazing. Especially that song, The Secret Voice I wrote. Oh, brings tears to your eyes. But we don't know what we're going to do with this yet. We don't know. This is just a work in progress thing. We're working on it anyway. But we are. I'm seriously just doing so well, man. So tonight I've got beer, by the way. I've actually got Newcastle Brown Ale. Would you believe? And it actually very weird because they changed the cans now with these ones. Why did they go for this? A summer sort of feel to it. Bring back the old cans, isn't it? Better for it anyway. Devin! Don't start. Aye. Do you dare be like we did last week and you were out of here? Get in the bed and lie down. I knew this would happen. Get in. We'll go downstairs now with Mummy then. Downstairs. She's like, it's every Saturday. Every Saturday. I do a live stream and it goes completely wrong for some reason. By the way, if you wonder this t-shirt, I've worn this t-shirt for 3 days and it stinks. But it's good for me. I can't believe we weren't the same t-shirt for 3 days. Yeah. It's actually not too bad. I suppose you can feel the sweat of Cradle of Filth. You like Cradle of Filth anyway. Love it so much. I can't wait for the movie coming out. I can't wait for the movie either. I'll talk about the movie later. I want to talk about other things, music-wise, YouTube videos, which in fact, I mean, this week's YouTube videos have been very interesting. I've been looking into the AdSense this week. Yeah, AdSense is taking when you promote a channel on YouTube and you want to get paid what you want to get paid for, AdSense is taking ages to sort out. Your revenue goes up pretty good for what you get for when you produce your content. You got to produce like 10 videos in 1 week, but for some bizarre reason, AdSense is being stuck on the same thing, on the same amount I've had. It doesn't release any money for me yet, which is crap. Mark's here. Hey, Mark. Yeah. Oh, Mark. I tell you what, we do need to talk about is: did you get your Queen collection sorted out? Mark has got an update for me on that actually tonight. So he's going to tell me tonight if the Queen collection was saved. I hope it was. Hope it was anyway. 5 viewers watching tonight. So if you're interested, just talk to me, general chat, Queen, movie, anything you want to talk about. I'm here tonight, guys. This link has also been posted live onto Facebook as well. So you're very happy to join me and join us for a chat tonight, and we'll just have a lot of fun. And later on, I think we'll play you some tracks from the new album, from Geordie's new album, if you want me to play some. Well, this album's released in 3 weeks' time. Yes, this new girl we do want her badly. So we will hopefully be a great night tonight. So Mark is going to be telling us the situation with the Queen collection, because apparently, if you all know, it was all thrown in the garden and it was all thingied. And Mark, if you are watching this, mate, I did actually explain on the 2 live streams previously. I explained all that to all our viewers, and they were shocked about it. They were shocked about it. It was just really, really terrible. 3 picture disc singles have been damaged. Oh crap. And the bitch has destroyed them. Ooh. I hope that nothing was very sacred in that sort of like that little time span you had. My God. I just hope nothing was sort of like damaged with the rainbow one and everything else. 3 picture discs. How dare she do that? Destroying 3 picture discs in there. Ridiculous. She's destroyed Let Me Live, No One But You, and Celebrity. Oh my God. That was the yellow one, wasn't it? That was the yellow picture disc, which I have in here actually. I think I've got it in here actually. Have I got it in here? I have got it in here. So that's the Queen No One But You. This is the picture disc. Apparently she's destroyed it now, which is ridiculous. And this is kind of like the best one to ever go for. But avoid that. Give me the prize. It's terrible. Like, give me the prizes. Quite as shit on there. Absolutely shit. Did you ever meet Brian or Roger? No, I've never met Brian and Roger, but Mark's met Brian and Roger many times. It's cool. And also the Under Pressure 12 is scratched, which is the 2000 remix, isn't it? Yeah, that one as well. But yeah, that'd be cool. I tell you who should come. I tell you something that I think should come back on vinyl. Is Peter Straker's albums. Why they're not re-releasing these, I don't know. But somebody needs to re-release these albums on CD badly. Cherry Red should release these because these are phenomenal. Have you ever heard of this guy? This album, I played this to Mark, and it is phenomenal. I mean, this is just brilliant. Mark heard this, and he said it sounds like a hard version of Queen, but very dramatically. You got it wrong, but you can't do it never. This album is phenomenal. Changing Album by Peter Straker. If you've ever heard of this album, it sounds like Rock Horror Picture Show, but flipping fantastic. Especially the song Danger. It doesn't give a damn. Believer, Legs, brilliant, and Star Circus, The Black Swan, and Talk About Me. This album is, I have to say, this is awesome stuff. I've got all 3 Peter Straker albums. This one is the best one here, whatever did. By Tim Freeze-Green, who produced it, not Freddie Mercury, because Freddie Mercury wasn't available at the time because he was touring with Queen at the time it was done. By the way, mate, guess what I've got tonight? Here. I've got a few, but I'm going to go to the shop later and get some more. No, it was the 91 release. A 12 single. You're kidding me? Jesus Christ. Terrible. Firstly, Peter Straker albums are the best. The best albums I like are I like the third one, which is this one. This one is brilliant. Then A Taxi Dancer on this is phenomenal. He was a taxi dancer. And I'm sure that was for Elton John. And Freddie's actually on this as well. Because Freddie plays, because if you don't know, this picture here, right, represents Freddie Mercury, right? This guy here, which is an unknown name, which is Dusko Manester, does not exist. Does not exist. It's Freddie actually on the track. Freddie's playing the keyboards on that. Ragtime Piano Joe is so fantastic. That was actually the one the hit that made it in Holland for about 3 weeks or so in Holland. Ragtime Piano Joe is so fantastic. But that album took £6 million to make. It wasn't cheap, but it was really phenomenal stuff. That was very phenomenal stuff. So so I have a funny feeling that Mark's Queen collection has been returned to him. But how dare she throw it in the garden? It's a joke. You never throw a Queen collection in the garden. Come on. But anyway, if you want to know about the story about that, by the way, go back to the stream about 3 weeks ago, 3 streams ago, and I talk about that personally. And Mark saw it as well, and I was not happy with it either. You don't throw your Queen collection away. Terrible. Played jazz all the way through to Julie, and she was born 1978. Oh, that's a convenient sort of year, isn't it? 78 was a good year actually. Queen was good. Now we're on top form. Jazz albums. The thing about the jazz album is people don't like that song more than jazz because it's Alan, who's a good long-time friend from Scotland. He detests that song to death. He says it's not the best song ever written by Roger, and I have to agree it isn't. But the rest of it is good. The rest of the album's fabulous. A lot too commercial. It's too commercial, especially with Bicycle and Fat Bottom Girls. Which I think the vinyl edition, the original vinyl, the original version of Fat Bottom Girls on vinyl sounds bloody phenomenal. The original mastering by George Marino was so brilliant. So it's brilliant. On the album More That Jazz, it's one of the best in Taylor's history. Yeah, well, I mean, I suppose so. It's a hit and miss thing with that song. It kind of yes and no, no and yes, but it's just some people don't like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the riff is good, but I just think that's not the Taylor-made combo. it doesn't. It just lacks it a little bit, I think. We have four-legged friend coming in a minute. When you going? Get in. Get in. Devon, get in. Get in. Devon, get in. Not going out. Tough. Yeah. Mustafa is awful. Mustafa is just because it's a Greek song, that's why. It's actually about his heritage. And it's actually the only song that doesn't have lyrics to it, because they weren't allowed to print the lyrics at the time. It's actually about his growing up in India. So, but it's kind of one of the things where Freddie just said, we'll just do this and do that. Actually, it's weird because when they got RTV back to do the album for tax reasons, they actually did it in mono. They did a mono of it, then they did it in stereo for the loud part, then mono again, and then stereo, and because it was going to be boom, 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 and they got just loud and thingy. Mustafa's weird. Jealousy's fantastic. Jealousy's what's one of the nicest songs that actually that Freddie ever wrote, and it's beautiful. And I think that's kind of how, when I write stuff, when you've got Freddie writing for it as well, I mean, his stuff is phenomenally brilliant. I mean, he can write stuff with a melody on it. I've got the keyboard here actually. You can write stuff. I mean, I was doing this last week with somebody else because somebody was asking me, would you write a Queen song? I'd like to write a Queen song. I mean, you know, this thing here, full. Right. I mean, Jealousy's easy to play. I think that's probably in. Oh, how, oh yeah. I don't know what chords it is, but it's just beautiful. Jealousy, look at me now. Jealousy. Got some weird chord structures now. But he took that melody, the same melody he did with the song with You Take My Breath Away, which is and then you've got Freddie's chords. That's Freddie chords. That's Freddie's chord. Minors. That's how I get my melodies ready for songs. So yeah, but I can't play Bohemian Rhapsody. Nah, I can play. So yeah, so it's a way. It's very bizarre because I kind of write stuff like how Freddie would write anyway. His sort of mode is great, but he's got a lot of good melodies and stuff with his stuff. It's just brilliant, especially with Take My Breath Away. It's just so beautiful, and actually, the only thing about Take My Breath Away is it's actually very clever. If you listen to the very end of it, it's actually reversed. They reversed the track with an echo on it. So they originally recorded it. They originally had reversed the tape, and then they put this echo on it and stuff. But they actually they recorded it. I'm sorry, that when after recorded the Take My Breath, they reversed the track all the way through and put the echo on it, and then they made then after that they made a bounce on it. They bounced the track, and then they actually made a circular thing on the stereo track of it. And that's how I learned how to do reverse echo and reverse thing on it as well. And I actually think that is actually a brilliant thing how they ever did that. So it's actually the cleverest thing I've ever done on record. That It's brilliant. Hey. Now I'm Here was in the chart in 1975. Does this date ring a bell? Yes, it does. Yeah. I was born 24th of January 1975. And everybody keeps thinking that. Everybody keeps thinking, whereabouts are you living from? Well, obviously, I'm not actually not from the northeast. I was born and raised in Nottingham, and very proud to be of actually Nottingham, because Nottingham was my hometown. That's why I don't have an accent, you see. That's why I kind of have a northern, like a Middle East accent, middle of the Midlands, and moo and me and a little friend and all that, you know. So it's it's just really funny. Last week, if you were watching last week's stream last week, and I told you about, somebody was saying about the Ted Poley thing, obviously with the funny accents and all that, hee-haw and all that business. And I tell you what, after I went to the stream, I had to watch the video again, and I was laughing. I laughed so hard, and it was just so funny. It just that Ted Poley is such a right twat. He's an absolute chaotic guy. You kind of would think that you would like his music, but after he goes like all the Carry On and all that silliness and all that, just come on, mate, settle down. Give me a bloody song. He's actually just brilliant, but let me tell you what, he's just so funny when he gets interviewed, and he did that thing with the putting his records, and it's just he's just so stupid. He's so stupid. He is really silly. Stephen Anderson's joined. I am a beautiful person. Wolf. I am a beautiful person. Are you? I was with you and Devon's in that room. Told you this would happen. Get in there. Yeah, well. Anyway, Devon's outside being in this. I'm a beautiful person. Well, what is that supposed to mean? Here's Devon. Here's Devon. Come on the camera. Come on the camera. Go in the camera. Here's the camera. Oh, there she is. Oh, there she is. Give me the kisses as well. Right, you're going to go lie down. Go lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down, baby. Lie down, my baby girl. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Come on, lie down. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. She doesn't know what to do with herself. She's crazy. This is the general chat tonight, guys. A little bit early today. I just stopped coming early because I was bored. If you guys have nothing to do, stay around. Mikhail might be here later as well. And we also might be having the John guy as well back, which would be cool. Mark says, I've got a question for you. You've got a question for me. Well, get your question ready, then I'll answer it. I don't mind. I'm going to have another beer. Yeah, I'm actually drinking Newcastle Brown Ale, Nate. The one and only Newcastle Brown Ale. But I don't like this new. I don't like the way of doing the new cans though. I don't like them. They look like crap. Well, the little brown ones. They're nice brown tinted things. Yeah, ale's actually quite nice indeed. I love ale. I like ale. That's actually my favourite drink. I like ale. I'll just drink John Smith's now. I used to drink Guinness, which the Guinness is behind me, obviously, for that. Yeah, I used to drink Guinness, but Guinness is gassy and fatty, and it's not good at all, which is naff. But having this makes me fine. Right. Right, if that's all your questions for now, then we're going to talk about the Freddie Mercury movie. Yes. First of all, I'm going to go get that image I got today off Facebook, because we have got the Freddie Mercury movie. It is on my timeline somewhere, and I need to have it because you guys have got to see this. As soon as I find it, better be somewhere because I don't want to lose it. Keep your chats coming in, guys. I will get the questions as soon as possible. But we're going to talk the Freddie Mercury movie now. I need to find that picture of it. Someone posts a picture of it today. Oh, come on. I just hate this Facebook. It's crap. How is it that oh. 2 seconds, guys. I'll have to find it on Google. And yeah, there is a picture of it somewhere where it's got the thing for it. And but for now, we'll just have to use an image off Google, I suppose. Yeah, just save it desktop. So 2 seconds, guys. We just get pissed off here. Right, okay, here we are. So I'm going to talk about the Freddie Mercury movie. The Freddie Mercury movie. Now, let's actually, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's get a better picture of it. Let's get this one instead. Let's save image. Right. Yeah, I want to move it because I want to put this one instead. Right. Rami Malek versus Freddie Mercury. Right. Now, why they use this picture, I have no idea what they use that Freddie picture for. Freddie Mercury versus Rami Malek. Right. The movie is almost finished. And it has been talk of the town, this. First of all, this has been directed by Dexter Fletcher and Bryan Singer. Apparently, the writing's been done by Anthony McCartan. I don't know who he is, and Mike Myers is in this as well. Mike Myers is in this. The cast we have is as follows. I'm reading off IMDb, by the way. Rami Malek is Freddie Mercury. Mike Myers is in it. Joseph Marcello as John Deacon. Ben Hardy as Roger Taylor, which he always wanted that guy. Then we've got Lucy Boynton as Mary Austin. Tom Hollander as Jim Beach. Gwilym Lee as Brian May. Alan Leach as Paul Prenter. Michelle Duncan as Shelley Stern. Ace Bahari as Bumi Bulsara, Freddie's father. Aaron McCluster as Jim Hutton. Max Bennett as David. Ian Jareth Williamson was the New York clubber, former lover of Freddie. Vincent Adriano, Meat Packer 1. Then we've got Jesse Vinning, Adam Lazarus, Matthew, I've never heard of these guys, Joanna Thea, Dermot Murphy, Jason Redshaw, Philip Andrew, Laura Moss, Matthew Fredericks, Adria Helen David, and there's a lot more people. I don't want to go through it, but there's a shitload of people they've actually got on this. Now, I have to say, this can be your decision tonight on this very special one, because we're going to talk about this movie. Now, I have just been inundated with rubbish saying about it, saying it's going to be crap, it's going to flop, it's not right, it's not true, it's just all, they think the story's been a little bit adjusted and it's not going to work, and it's just been fires. And these two guys here, would you consider this guy being Freddie, or would you want this guy being Freddie? I mean, they can't put a hologram of him on stage, obviously, with the original, but saying that, with this guy, he's played the part very well. And Brian May's been so agitated to get this out, because he said, I want to get this done because this is a film that people need to see, and how they can respond to it, and how can they recreate a movie with Freddie in the picture, and Freddie being the sort of thing as it is. And that's what I'm going to let you guys decide. If you agree with it, then obviously that's fine. And if you disagree, that maybe it's the wrong decision that they ever hired, and Universal Pictures is now going to finance the whole lot. I don't know how much they paid for it, but but someone just caught me by it today, and it was the advertisement for it. It's on a stand with the glasses on, and it says "One Dream, One Nation, One Story," which is as it is. So my overall feelings about this, the Queen movie, I kind of think, this is what I'm going to be very careful with my words here, because you guys are going to go, no, don't say that, don't say that. The Queen movie is kind of mixed feelings about it. I have mixed feelings about it. I kind of think that if Brian's the only guy who's produced the movie, Roger didn't want any involvement with it at all. And that was, Brian said, I want to produce the movie and let's do it that way. I mean, all the pictures that we saw of him on stage and Twitter, and he said he got emotional during the times, and they did the same thing. From what I can understand from Queen fans, the younger generation of Queen fans will not actually get the story, but the older Queen fans will, because we know everything about what happened. And I mean, we know from Live Aid, Wembley, because this all leads up to Live Aid, and it is. And I hope that the story is going to be right what it says. I mean, maybe it's been a little bit fabricated in a way, but they want to try and keep it exactly how they did it before. And I'm hoping that if they get the right editor for it, don't let it be Gary Taylor, please, because don't you dare get Gary Taylor to edit it. He'll be fucking shit at it. But I think this would be a good thing. In a good sense, yes, it is, because they're going to go back to Freddie's house, film at the authentic house, actually, which is just very good. And there was location scouting all over the thing. They recreated the Live Aid thing, which was phenomenal. They did it at an RAF site somewhere, and Brian was there. And that is cool. I'm not sure about the music though for this. Maybe a song could come out of it, but I'm a little bit skeptical about the fact that the music is going to be a bit of a challenge. How can they recreate Hamlet the Fall, and how can they recreate that? How can they recreate this thing? Two icons. Freddie's the original. This guy. Does it work? Does it work? My point of view, possibly. But you have to realise, though, if they're going to start bringing up personal stuff with this thing, that's the thing that we're kind of a bit worried about. What I think they should do is release that one that was on Channel 5, the Who Wants to Live Forever one, because that was phenomenal. That was just so perfect. It's so brilliant. But let's have a discussion, guys, on that anyway. Let's see what you think about it. What do you think? Should the Queen movie be a success, or should the Queen movie be a failure? That's the question tonight. So have a long think, guys. Give me your questions and see if you want to have your own opinion about it. My opinion I can't say yes or no yet. I'm kind of like half and half about it. Mixed feelings. I'm kind of like that, really. But if you go and see the video on YouTube they did of the Live Aid thing, I don't know. It's kind of a bit of a mystery. But see, what I'll have to do is I'll have to see the rushes first, and then we'll have to see how it would be if the movie comes out and be a success with it. Then great. But yeah, I don't know. Mark and me would have a great discussion about this. Actually, you'd say, Well, yeah, there's good points and bad points, but then again, what would they? Why would they try and recreate something on stage to do this sort of thing? That's the question. That is the question. So we'll see. Back to questions now. Mark says, do you think if Freddie Mercury ever came back to life, they would kick out Twatface of the band? Of course he would. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, well, let's do another one here. Let's do a compromise. Right? Let's do this. Let's do this. Right. Let's oh god, that's awful, that picture. Let's get something that we can let's get something that we can really hate. That is right. Let's do this. This will be good. Okay. So going on from Freddie Mercury's side, here is Mr. Lambert. Right, Mr. Lambert, okay. So here we are, we've got Lambert, thingy, right, okay. I really can't stand his singing voice, to be honest, it's crap. Lambert, Mercury, and Malik, right. This guy is absolutely shocking. He is just horrible, horrible. Malik and Freddie, look, I don't understand what the attraction is with this guy here, Twatface. I don't know why the hell they bothered to hire him anyway. Why? I've got no idea. It's been a phenomenal success apparently, and the tour's been good and everything. It's been lots of shit anyway. People are fed up with Lambert now. More and more people think it's time to stop. Well, he should stop. He should just say, "That's it, mate. We've had enough. Go on the move. Be an idiot, be an arsehole, and do Stone Cold Crazy every night. And do us a favour, mate. Just sing Stone Cold Crazy." Because Brian does this. Brian does this little thing. Sing Stone Cold Crazy. Sing Stone Cold Crazy. It's like stop it. Because the thing about him, I hate him. Because he's an American, obviously, but you think about it, right? Who's the other guy? Here's another one for you. Here's another one. Here is one guy who I have to say is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And he is this guy here. Mark Martel. What a voice. What a voice. So if you take Twatface out of the equation, right, you've got fantastic. Okay? Then you've got this other guy, right, which you probably know who it's going to be anyway. You've got this other guy, which is phenomenal singer ever done, and it has to be my favourite one of all time. It's got to be Jeff Scott Soto, because he is phenomenal at Freddie Mercury. He is just brilliant. There's two guys that you really need to check out: Jeff Scott Soto, just Mark Martel, and this guy who's playing Freddie Mercury. But these two guys are phenomenal on stage, because these are brilliant. I think that Jeff Scott Soto did a great version. Mark Martel, he is just phenomenal. These two guys work well as a group. They and two guys should just have a Queen stood under themselves and say, let's kick the shit out of Mr. Lambert, and we'll do that. And they did, and they actually did. When they went over to do that tour in what was it? They went to do that tour in Spain, the Queen Phenomenon tour, and it was incredible. It seriously was incredible. It was just so brilliant. So I really have to say that is really what I really enjoyed, because them two guys were phenomenal on stage. But them two guys are brilliant. Jeff and Mark rock the Queen stuff. Jeff and Mark are just, honestly, the first time I ever heard of Jeff Scott Soto was when I heard him on a where did I hear of him? It was on one album I heard of him anyway. I didn't know who the guy was, but I was checking out Talisman, and I heard their stuff, and I went, oh my God, this guy is brilliant. And if you look at his early career, he did with that Kuni thing in Japan. The Kuni stuff is brilliant live. It's so cool. Bring your hands in the sky, stand on. Goes up on the stage, comes up on the stage and goes, he's not bad to deal with now. And honestly, Jeff is just like a chalk and cheese of Freddie Mercury. He's a fantastic singer. I mean, he's another guy who I have to respect because he's such a great singer indeed. I do actually have to say that all the singers that I love, these two are my favourite ones. Mark Motel is just an identical replica of Freddie Mercury. So you remember, if he was playing this role, he would have gone straight away because it looks like him anyway. Think about it. There's Freddie. There's Thingy. Think about it. Now, if you had a lead singer coming in to replace Freddie Mercury, you would have to have this guy in because Jeff would be just phenomenal for it. But there's been many times I tried to get a hold of him, and they submitted the demo to Brian May. He's still got that demo actually, and he said obviously his interview that he tried and tried and tried to get a lead singer for it, and Jeff was actually the guy they wanted to have. Jeff Scott is an amazing, honestly. He can just do any song you want. This is how I got in. This is how I got to do Geordie's album, Dead Inside, and even this new one, which I can't show because it's under secrecy at the moment. But this new one, this new single we're going to get, I've just penned a song called "The Secret Voice," and it sounds bloody fantastic. Which I might play actually later on in the show, because I love it so much. But it is really good. Actually, have I got my audio on now? I do have my audio on now. So I could actually play this for you guys tonight. So, yeah. Let me actually get it up and play it for you guys. This is a song I've written for Jade. I've played it so many times, this song. Oh my God, I love it. It is called... I can't see... A Secret Voice. This is the song. This is the song I've written for her, and this sounds like just got subtle and bloody phenomenal. This. I'll put my headphones on, let you hear it. But this song is absolutely. Check this out. I seriously only wrote that just a couple of days ago, and I am really excited to hear this girl's voice. I can't wait to do it. It's brilliant. It's called A Secret Voice, and I tell you what, Jeff Scott Soto. Oh, yeah. That's how Jeff Scott Soto writes. You see, he writes music like that. And I learned everything from this guy. I learned everything, chord structures. I learned more of Jeff's music than Evan and Freddie's music, but two together. His music is brilliant. Jeff Scott Soto, phenomenal guy, especially the new Wet album. In fact, there's a song called Burning I did as well, and I'll let you hear that as well. Actually, this is a one called Burn, and This is based on Talisman. This, and you'll get, Mark. You need to hear this straight away. You'll learn it straight away. Talisman. You hear Jeff singing this straight away. Yep, so that's a work in progress song called Burn, and oh my god, it sounds unbelievably fantastic. It sounds like Jessica Soto and Talisman, and it's like Jessica Soto going, burn like a hurricane, and it's just superb stuff. But I can't wait. I can't wait for this new single coming out. I can't wait at all. If you have been following my live streams this week on Facebook, SE Entertainment's been phenomenal this week. Been really had a great week this week actually. Been cool. Queen 2 up to Jazz, Mark. Queen 2 up to Jazz, Mark. Then the game to Innuendo, Jeff. Oh, I see. Right, Queen 2 up to Jazz with Mark Martel. Then the game to Innuendo with Jeff. Actually, it's interesting, but the video of the live DVD, which is actually just in the glare there, the live DVD, that show is still the best show you can ever get on DVD, but it's now deleted. That you can't get it anymore because they're no longer stocking it anymore. But you can get it on eBay, but you can still see it on YouTube anyway. But the play the game on that DVD is just so fantastic. Especially if you play the game, it's brilliant songs. The way you just play the game, everybody play the game. Oh no, and all the high notes and stuff, all live. Oh, phenomenal band. Really, I wish they guys would come back to the UK. I wish they would play one-off gig. But I mean, the new Wet album. I heard that's where that Burns come from. The Wet album, the new Wet album coming out because I heard I send Burn to Jeff to sing. Oh, I'd love to send it actually, but we're actually going to send it. We're going to send a CD to Jeff anyway, which I'm planning to do. I'd love to send it when we go, because you just sing it and just go, burn like a hurricane, da, 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 burn like a hurricane, and I tell you what, you hear that, you'll go, that's the song we should have wrote. He said, who's written this song? I says, he knows my stuff because he says, this guy knows me from Jessica Soto times and also with Freddie Mercury and all that stuff, and he says, that is what we should have wrote. So forget Watch the Fire, the Burn song. Ooh. I can just see a video being shoot for that as well. It's so cool. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I've been writing in the minute, guys. I mean, there's a ton of songs I've written, which is phenomenal. This camera's going weird again on me for some reason. Camera. You are the camera. Camera is here. I need to get off that stupid. Now I know what it is. Autofocus is on. That's why. That's it. There we are. So yeah, so you'll get royalty checks. Well, yeah, but I don't want to go through all the tax issues and the rights issues and all that shit going on because I paid. You know, Frontiers Records would just say that's phenomenal, and but the girl who I'm penning this album for, Jade, I really think she could be big. But we're not here to talk about my business. We'll talk about these guys anyway. Back to the question we were asking before, which is Freddie Mercury versus Ray versus Jeff, Joe versus Mark. Because we're not going to speak about Mr. Other One. No. No way. Why would you want to speak about him anyway? Why would you always keep saying that Adam Lambert's the best singer? He isn't a good singer. He's a shit singer. He's like, you, mice, you. It's new. It's like Ted Poley. I was in he now. So I will hold. You know, it's like Ted Poley's. You know, he's stupid person he is. It's just Ted Poley's an idiot. He's just the way he out there and doing his sleeve motions of things. Anyway, not talking about that guy. Because he's really cool. He says, that's for my own band when I move up there. Yeah, we were playing. Actually, me and Mark were discussing about that the other week, actually. When he moved up to North East in June or July, and I said that if we get in touch with James Rundle, who I Instagrammed a couple of weeks ago, and he said he'd be interested to do it. He's got a son, obviously. He's got to look after his son. But I think, yeah, he's great. His videos are brilliant. He's really, because he says, hello, this is James Rundle here. We're going to do the next song now. This is called Mustafa. And he goes, whoosh, and he's freaking hilarious on the video. He's really good. Moving up in August, mate. Nice one. Queen Sub coming back then, mate. Good stuff. Yeah, really, I can't wait to see you, mate. It's been a long, long time. I am looking forward to having a beer with you and going to Rock Renegade with you. You need to come down to Rock Renegade in New Sunderland, mate. You need to get there. Because it's a phenomenal night down there. It's brilliant. Really good night indeed. Because it's really, really cool. Rock Renegade is so good in Sunderland. So yeah, if you can get yourself to Rock Renegade on a Thursday night, you really need to get there, mate. It's so brilliant. Cheap drinks as well, mate, in Sunderland. Very cheap drinks. You need a bus pass. £6 bus pass. And then you'll be straight there. And that's it. That's so good. But yeah, but Newcastle's great to live there. But I can't believe you moved to Newcastle. I can't believe it. You're so close to where I am. It's like an hour and a half away from where the town is. It's like, yeah, Mark's here, get in there. And we'll be going to Trillians for a couple of beers. Don't you worry about that, mate. We will be going to Trillians. Yes. Looking forward to a really smashing weekend. Maybe if we get fucking smashed, everything else. But yeah, anyway, but that's the kind of topic I want to talk about tonight. Is the Queen movie. I mean, as I said before, I think this combo here of singers, Mark Martell, Jessica Soto, these two guys here are just the bee's knees. These are the bee's knees. They are just bloody fantastic. I mean, just released a new album called he released one called Revolution and Retribution, just to say. That's a phenomenal album. It's actually not, but it's not a Jessica Soto album. It's actually a Howie Simon solo album. So he wrote all the songs for the album. But Jeff just wanted to get Jeff into singing really. But Howie Simon's pretty good. He's a good guitarist. My favorite artist at the minute has got to be this guy. And Mikkel's here. Mikkel has arrived. Thank God he's arrived. Hey, mate. Thanks for liking the page, by the way. I'm just going to. We were talking about singers and bands, by the way, tonight. There's another guy I like as well, who is a genius. If you think these two guys were brilliant, here's somebody who I also have to say is phenomenal. And I've been trying to get in touch with this guy for many months, but literally I haven't had any success with it. This guy, Harry Martinson, is just a godsend from heaven. If you like all these things, Harry Martinson from Eclipse is the best producer I've ever heard. He is so fantastic. Nice guy, respectful for the rock community, and down to earth. Fantastic. And he is fucking 100% brilliant. He's an awesome writer as well. He is a very awesome writer, because he's got a lot of respect for the rock community. When he came out with the third album, Bleed and Scream, he had a mission. He had a mission to do something successful. And his job was to produce a best album ever done. And down to earth, if his guitar playing is phenomenal, hands down. Every project he does is like bread and butter, but he is fucking awesome. He is just a magic genius at producing stuff. He's been writing so many songs for the next Eclipse album coming out. I can't wait to hear it, by the way. I can't wait to hear it. But this Wet album he's done is brilliant. Every album he's done. L.C. Nielsen's Ammunition. That Dalton album he did, which was just out of the blue. He didn't do Revolution Saints, but he also did a phenomenal album with One Desire. He did a song called Buried Alive. He's actually on the backing vocals on that and recorded a bit of the solo for it. And yeah, this guy, you need to hear his stuff. Fucking good. He's also just produced the new Ammunition album as well. Martinson, fantastic. He's seriously brilliant. So Mikkel's here. Mikkel's here. I don't know why I say Mikkel. Yeah, it's Michael. It's actually Michael, but Michael's what? But Michael's apparently a designer. He designs things, and what he used to do on his pictures, he used to have artistry stuff on, like sort of like had these plastic heads designed. They were phenomenal. What they were, it was like space age things, and he is a very unique artist. He's a very unique artist. He is extraordinary guy to be with. But these are the things that I love so much. I mean, like I say, these are the rock guys that I love so much. Now, if you think about something else that we're doing, right, then you think about what I'm doing in a minute. The music I listen to, right, is all this rock stuff, and that's what I love so much. I love the rock community so much, right? There's a lot to say about last week. If you've done the stream last week, I talked about the UK music scene. I'm getting a lot of views for that, actually, and I'm glad people actually did get pissed off with that as well, because I think some people were kind of annoyed with me on that day. I'm glad about it as well. But I have to say that all the music that I've been writing for two projects I've written for, especially for Geordie's album, this is all like AOR, classic rock, gothic, 80s. I learned all this from these guys, Ed Martinson and these two guys, because I thought, you have no rules. There's no rules to do any songs. Do what the hell you want to do with songs and stuff. That's why I grew up on listening to 80s music. I listened to soul music, classical music, which was another thing I like, gothic music, rock music, AOR music. I love that stuff. Phenomenal stuff. Frontiers Records, biggest label in Italy. I have to say, I wish to God I would get some of these guys, because them guys, they know the bees knees them do. Frontiers is fucking spot on. Even last week, when we were talking about Frontiers last week, when Bigfoot, the new Bigfoot album that came out with Jeff Soto managing the guys, I was like, wow, what a song they brought out. Bigfoot is brilliant, seriously, phenomenal album. And I think Jeff did actually produce the album as well. I'm sure he did. He had some extra time. He's like, I'm going to produce the album for the guys. I'm going to do it. Let's go. Yeah. Let's make something crazy and good. And everything else. And actually, I had a song last week at Rock Renegade. They played a song by Kik and Valentina called Crazy. First time it ever was played in there. God, I think people got really emotional when they heard it. But it was a brilliant song. Really good song indeed. So they're the things that I really like so much. And everybody keeps saying to me, well, why do you not like any of this new stuff? Why do you not like this poppy shit and all that stuff? Why? Well, you know the reasons why. I explained in the video last week about it. So if you want, if you were out there, right, and not enjoying the rock community like these guys are, you were seriously come to the wrong channel. So think about it. Listen to AOR music. Listen to classic rock stuff, because that's the stuff I was brought up on, and I love that stuff. I don't want to listen to shit music that people hate so much. Like Jodie hates the new scene anyway. She's into all the gothic stuff anyway. I mean, look at her. This is Jodie. Phenomenal singer. This other one I can't show because we haven't approved it yet. But this Jade girl who I'm looking at now. All I've got to say. This is a Queen Jack Classic. This is a general chat tonight. I was going to say illegal say seconds. Because general chat tonight on YouTube. We're here until, I don't know, whenever we're here till anyway. Probably be a 2-hour stream today anyway, because how long have we been streaming for? It'll be an hour and 12 minutes. So we're here till about probably up 7 o'clock. And Michael says, I do ceramic sculptures. That's what you do, mate. Have you ever seen his repertoire of ceramic sculptures? They are beautiful. They are really beautiful. He's got a very creative mind, though. Very creative. Very creative. Very well presented. While you guys are getting questions in, I need to explain something that the SC Entertainment page that was launched on YouTube, we're not going to do that now. We're going to put all the videos that we make from these albums, we're going to release them on here, and the singles as well. And very happy to say that I'm going to be getting good reviews for it as well, because we're getting some reviews done from some people. We're getting some photo shoots made. We're getting a video shoot made soon. We're going to be sending copies to Eric Martinson, Jessica Soto as well. Yes, we are. I'm doing this for real. I'm not pissing about. Frontiers Records I'm going to send it to as well. I really want to send it to Eric Martinson, and I really want to send it to Jessica Soto, because them two would be, they would say, what? It's phenomenal. But I really, really can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be cool. Yeah, this is so good. So good stuff. This is cool. You want to go downstairs? Yeah. We're not going to yet. Go downstairs. Go downstairs. Go see Mummy downstairs. Okay. And the dog's downstairs, and she's going to play time as well. Right, let's get back to your chats now. I'm warm in here. God, I'll put the heating up. Sorry, heating. What the fuck am I on about? Weird. I've also, by the way, guys, last week I was telling you about my printer, by the way. My printer's being sorted out next week. Thank God. And I'm getting all the new cartridges sorted out for it. Thank God. I don't have to pay so much money. Thank God. Ooh, nice one. Mark says, Adam Lambert out, Mark and Jeff in. That's exactly what I think, mate, as well. These two guys, phenomenal. Queen fans of the world. Brilliant stuff, this. It says, music inspires my work and movies. Totally agree, mate. Michael, do you want to hear something amazing? Let's play, should we play Burn for him? Let's play Burn. Yeah, let's play Burn. Let's play Burn. Here, Michael, check this out. This is a new song called Burn. And this is identical to Jessica Soto and Wet and Talisman. Check this out. Jeff would sing this perfectly. Anyway, sorry guys, stop because the dog's pissing me off. That's a song called Burn, and that's another tune. Yeah, you see, I've got all the talent. You see, I learned all this music from listening to these guys, Wet, Eric Martinson, Jessica Soto. I learned so much. I wanted to write something really good. You imagine if Wet Martinson heard this now, right, with this person who I'm going to do. Imagine if he did this. He would just go. He'd just do that in the studio and just go, you know. I haven't got any lyrics for it yet though, but yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Seriously, you'd be thinking you learned a lot from Jeff, didn't you? Jeff is brilliant. Yeah, Jeff and Eric and Eric Robert Soul. Those two guys are just, as I said, they are phenomenal. They are really, really good. Have you ever heard anything from these guys? I tell you, the amount of work that they do, so much for music and stuff. Eric Martinson always kept saying that he said that whatever I produce, I couldn't give a shit because this is music I wanted to get out badly. I mean, the first two albums by Eclipse were pretty bad because they weren't successful. Maybe Road to Nowhere was pretty good. The first album was a bit shit because it was kind of like the introduction to his music and stuff. But Midnight Train was good. But yeah, I went downhill after that. But Eric's frustrations were, we've got to change our sound. We've got to do it more heavier. So when the second album came out, Second to None came out, that was a brilliant attempt to recreate the music for it. And then he went down to the heavy metal stuff, and I tell you what, his new album, like the last album that came out, Monumentum by Eclipse, seriously, a phenomenal album, which, that's why I get all the inspiration from listening to these guys. If it wasn't for Eric Martinson, it wasn't for Jessica Soto and this group of bunch of brilliant musicians, I would not have been producing the music that I wanted people to hear. Because as I said last week on my channel, the UK music scene does not listen to anything. It's always Sweden. It's always overseas. That's the best stuff. And now, since I wrote this one for Jade, she needs to hear it badly. But she's not online. But don't worry about it. We'll get there anyway. But that's kind of good because, you know, there's certain things that are really amazing. You write good music, you write good stuff, and then you think it needs to be heard by people who like it, and you do love it. They like it so much. They always keep saying it's actually great to hear something that you really need to do, and what you need to do is respect the rock community so well. That's why I don't like the UK music scene, because the UK music scene, as I said last week on my live stream, just go and watch that video from last week about the UK music scene. I had a right argument with it actually, and my point was proven. And I'm hoping that whoever watches that back and would like to have an argument with me about it, go ahead. I'm not interested. So UK music scene, just go away. I'm not interested. I would like to stay in this community genre music, 80s, AOR, work of art, Talisman. That's what I like. And I'm talking about you guys. Not you guys in the chat. You guys. You know who I'm talking about. You. Anyway, we get back to the chatter now. Nice one, tune. Nice one. Good. Any more chats, guys? Any more things you want to talk about? Let's talk about something really interesting. Come on, I don't want to stand here all night and just get quiet. I want to talk about something really exciting. You know, I'm talking about all my business now. I don't want to talk about like big estate tape all that. If you want to listen to some tracks or whatever else and what's coming out, that's fine. I'll tell you what I could do. Oh, Devon's going crazy downstairs. Yeah. Well, anyway. So if there's no more questions, I will go off the stream. You have to get your questions in. Please do. Will you use some guitars? Will you use guitars on some tracks? Yeah, I'm actually talking about that. I talked to a guy called Jamie Welsh He is going to have a look and find out some guitarists. I really, I mean, what I'd love to, I know you guys are going to say, why don't you submit that Eric Martinson? He's on tour at the moment, and unfortunately I can't get in touch with him. I did actually ask him to do guitars on My Best Days. He never got the MP3, and the emails were really too big. So at this point, I will use guitars on this track, but at the moment, we kind of we do want guitarists, but I can't play guitar. As I said before, I can't play rhythm. I couldn't play rhythm guitar. I can't play lead, but I'd love to have that Martinson sound, the Martinson production, the Martinson feel, the Martinson man. I'd like to be like him, you know, like we did with Geordie's album. We did when I did this album in like 2 weeks. This stuff was amazing. Like we did songs like "Typical Me," "My Best Days," which to this day is still phenomenal. Where We Agreed, "Bring Your Daughter to Slaughter," "Fire in the Flames," which is fucking. That is. Oh, Fire in the Flames is so good. Eric Martinson will put guitar on that. He goes, oh, it's just so good. And then Deep Inside, which is that 80s type feel to it, and then just basically that. But this album is amazing. It's the other thing, I can't really show you this because this kind of is a bit privacy, but I can't show you this one. So you're going to say, you sure it's that one? I can't show it. I can't. But just looking at it now, looking at this girl here, this is just an idea that I had in mind to do the cover art for it, and I think this would be so exciting. So exciting. So, but I have to wait till see what happens first and get her in. She was trying to get a babysitter today, and I said, "Oh, she's got a babysitter sorted out." And turns out she went to the beach today. So I was like, "Oh, that's alright." So she couldn't get a babysitter today, but hopefully tomorrow or whatever. We'll see. But yeah, I will be considering doing guitars. I can't play guitar. I can't play guitar. I do know a guy called Sam. Sam Hagbald. And I messaged him many times, but he's been a very busy guy now. Unfortunately, we lost out on that one. But I'm going to be looking into there's a guy called Jamie Welsh who I messaged last week, and he said I know a couple of guitarists might want to do your songs for you. And I thought, oh, nice one. So we might get them in here, and we might get them in to do the guitar parts in it, and we will be kicking the arse out of fucking UK music scene. And I'm definitely going to send it to Eric Martinson. I don't give a shit. He's going to go ballistic for it. He's going to go. Maybe you're thinking, why the hell did we not write this thing? Eric Martinson. Nice. Anyway, let's have a look at your chat now. Let's see what we got. American Tear's new album, titled Hardcore, is only keyboards and Hammond from the 70s. It's still a rock album. It can be done. Oh, I've heard of this thing. I heard one track of them. Hardware.com played it. Yeah. It's only keyboards and Hammond from the 70s. It's a rock album. It can be done. Really? How can I don't understand that. How can where's the drums and where's the guitars? How can that Devin? How can that be a thing? Right back, guys. Bloody dog. She's desperate to go somewhere. Anyway, drums and vocals are there too, but it sounds like just Hammond organ. Oh, so we're actually going. Okay, so let's go back to the camera then. So we're doing something like this, then, are we? It is going to be silly. I'll just move that way. So we're going for a bit of a Doors feel of it. Oh my god! Let's see. Let's go for. Let's see. Go for a bit of that sort of thing. So yeah, so go for that sort of vibe. Maybe a bit silly, but again, it's just so. With astral sounds away from me, just do it. So kind of like UFO meets, like sort of like little chords. Then, sort of thing. Anyway, so that's bands that I kind of like, really don't like. But since I think the Doors mixed with John Lord, you get the idea. The American Tear album. So okay, so John Lord. Well, that's like Child in Time, isn't it? It's like, yeah, that sort of thing. Okay, and then what's it? The Doors. Okay, that's it. That's like sort of. Yeah, so like, I'll do like clamp things. Yeah, so sort of like to sing it's anyway. Okay, maybe it's not for everybody. Yeah, but then again, you can only just try your best, can't you? I mean, I've played keyboard many years ago. I learned how to play the keyboard in 2001. This was the very first. This wasn't the first keyboard I ever had. I had a really a small Yamaha thing. Well, I did it last week on the live stream, and I said I had a little keyboard about that size, and it was really crap. But the sound was alright. It was like Porter sound rubbish. But this one's the beast. This is the beast. This is the best keyboard I ever had. The PSR 275 keyboard. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Right, I'm going to take off these pictures now. If you guys didn't want to talk about that, by the way, the Freddie Mercury movie, that's fine. But as I said, guys, it's a bit hit and miss for me about that. I don't know. I really don't know yet. But if you guys want to comment about it anyway, leave a comment in this video, and the next week we'll talk about it next week if you want to have a reprieve from it as well, which is even cool. New albums this week. I haven't had any new albums this week. Although I did hear Armored Saint have brought a new album out on vinyl. Armored Saint's brilliant. Armored Saint. Have you ever heard of Armored Saint? Armored Saint. It's really good. Yeah. Right. Okay. Right, if there's no more questions, guys, I have to leave the stream because certain little animal behind me wants to go you know where. Okay. My God, what a thing it is. Right, that's it for tonight's stream anyway, guys. I'm going to cut the stream. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry it's a bit short, but anyway, don't worry about it. We're back next week with another stream anyway. It was a bit earlier this one anyway, because we had things to do and everything else. Tune in to next week's stream. Tune in next week. Oh, and by the way, just one more thing to mention. Angry Penguin video. Yes, I will be telling you more about that next week on the stream, because we're getting that filmed soon. I found the perfect place for it to film it, actually, on Money Grubs thing. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. I suppose I've got to go, because you know who wants to, you know where, because you want to go anyway. I'll see you guys back here next week for another stream. Until then, have a good weekend. See you later. Bye.